This is the continuation of the lesson of class 10th for the subject of geography, chapter 6, natural vegetation, which has been submitted to you on 24th of May 2021. Now, the fourth type of vegetation is the mountain forests. In the mountain regions, temperature decreases with altitude that influence its vegetation. The climatic conditions over here are: forests are found in areas where annual temperature is 12 degrees Celsius to 13 degrees Celsius and rainfall between 150 to 250 centimeters. These occurs at an altitude of 1000 meters to 4000 meters. These forests are found in Himalayan region covering Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Sikkim. The characteristic features of these forests are: these forests are mainly composed of coniferous, that is, the cone bearing trees, mostly pure with 30 to 50 meter of height. So here are some examples of the coniferous trees. At foothills, deciduous forests are found between the altitude of 1500 meters and 1700 meters. Coniferous trees as cheer pine is common. At 2250 meters to 300 meters, blue pine and spruce are found. At higher altitudes, alpine forest and pastures are found, followed by mosses and lichens. Beyond the snow line, there is no vegetation. The plant species of such forests are: first, cheer pine, devdar, silver fir. So this is a picture showing devdar tree and silver fir, silverish in color. This is a cone found in the devdar tree. Now children, let us discuss about our fifth forest, that is mangrove or tidal forest. So first of all, the climatic conditions required for it are: these forests occur in and around the deltas, estuaries and creek prone to tidal influence or swampy areas along the coast. In the delta regions of Ganga Brahmaputra, Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri. Sundarbans in West Bengal and the coastal areas of Andhra Pradesh and Odisha. Characteristic features of such forests are: they can survive and grow both in fresh water as well as the saline water or brackish water. Second, the trees have breathing roots, or we also call it as aerial or pneumatophores. Third, the tree trunks are supported by are numerous a number of stilt roofs, as if you can see it here, which remains submerged underwater during high tide and seen during the low tide conditions. The species of such forests are Sundari tree. So these are actually the stilt roofs and pneumatophores. So the species are Sundari, Hintal, Gorgon, Agar, Keora, Rhizophora, screw pine, etc. are some of the species of trees found here. Now the importance of forests. Forests are the moderators of climate. They control temperature rise and precipitation amount. Second, forest absorbs atmospheric carbon dioxide and purify the air. It helps in controlling soil erosion, floods, etc. They helps in water percolation and maintain underground water table. Number 5, decayed plant leaves provide humus to the soil. So this is about the five types of your natural vegetation in India. Now we'll discuss about the forest cover in India. So administrative classification of forest is being described here. Here we have the reserve forest of almost 54%, protected forest 29%, and unclassed forest 17%. In India, the forest cover is just 21.8% as per 2013-14 survey of the total geographical area of the country, which is much below the average of 33% as per the National Forest Policy. Now, why such things occur? Why we have uh, less forest cover? So such some problems of the Indian forestry are there is first inadequate forest cover due to shifting agriculture. We also call it as slash and burn agriculture and overgrazing also. Second is nature of forest and their uneconomical use by the local people. Third, the forest fire due to mismanagement. Number 4, obsolete or very old method of lumbering and sawing. And number 5, undue concessions to the tribal and the local people. So, as per such conditions, some steps are being taken up by the government for conservation of forest to stop deforestation and conversion of forest land to non-forest region. Certain steps must be taken. Like first is afforestation around the industrial units. Afforestation scheme in this, the trees are planted or seeds are sown in barren land devoid of any tree to create a forest. So near the industrial units as iron and steel plants, the level of pollution is much higher. So the trees acts as a barrier for the dust and purify the air. Second is increasing the area under forest cover. So loss of forest can be remedied by programs of tree plantation. It is also termed as reforestation, which means restocking of existing forests that have been depleted through deforestation. Number 3, using alternative source of energy as trees are felled by providing firewood. So to conserve forests, renewable sources of energy as solar, wind, etc. are to be used. And number 4, proper legislation and its implementation is required. Now let us discuss about the National Forest Policy. So the Government of India adopted a forest policy in 1952, which was further modified in 1988. This policy lays emphasis on sustainable forest management in order to conserve and expand forest reserves. Under this, the government has initiated following measures. First is social forestry. So the management and protection of forest and afforestation on barren land with the purpose of helping in environmental, social and rural development. Under this, One Mahotsav program started in 1950. In this, the government organization plant trees during the month of July. Its objectives are first, providing fuel wood, fodder, timber to rural people, utilizing the available land, providing employment opportunity to rural people, developing local cottage industry by providing the raw material. And its features are raising plantation of local people, making use of unused or fallow land, and ensure sustainable forestry. So this is the One Mahotsav program. Now the next thing is agroforestry. It involves raising of trees and agricultural crops in close association. As trees or shrubs are grown around or among crop or the pasture land. Agroforestry has varied benefits including increased biodiversity and reduced soil erosion. So agroforestry is agricultural land plus trees or the forest cover. The third one is urban forestry or urban areas plus the trees or forest. So raising and management of trees on public and privately owned land. It includes green belt, roadside avenue, recreational parks, collection of trees that grow within a city, towns or suburbs. So students, this is all about the natural vegetation and the forest conservation. I hope you all have understood it well. So on the basis of the above summary you had read, you are able to attempt the following question on your own. So these are question number 3, 4, 5, 6, 14, 15, 16, 22, 12 and 28. So with this, I conclude this interactive session. Thank you.